7. Ridoy and Miraj together.
Now Sri Lanka will have to set about to try and regain some control, because Bangladesh was going quite easily. Now that rate of scoring, which was at one stage over 6, is now at 5.5.
Ideal opportunity for Charithla Asalanka to squeeze in some dot deliveries, build more pressure. Mendiasan Miraj, who batted number 6 in the previous game, promotes himself to take some responsibility batting at number 5. Jakar Ali, Shamim Hossain, both naturally aggressive players. This is where I think Vellalagi got to step up now. For me, just bowling those dart deliveries, Roshani needs to slow it down and give it a bit of a rip. Try and buy a wicket. There's 2 right-handers at the middle who's not taking any risk.
Also, Hasaranga has found some turn. Vellalagi might. As you said, that's good bowling. That is good bowling. That's what we are talking about. Looking to come down the pitch.
He was coming down the track, closing the line, and not expecting the ball to turn. Obviously, though, he's trying to play towards mid-wicket, long on, because he's anticipating the ball not to turn. This is where at least one delivery has to grip a little bit, where the doubt will create on top of the batsman's mind. Maybe Vellalagi is trying it, just not happening for him yet. But the pace he's bowling, I don't think it will happen though.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's bowling it a little bit too quickly. He's bowling in the 90s. And if you look at Hasaranga, he was going at 80, 81, late 70s or low 70s. Not finding much turn off the track.
Also, the difference is a wrist spinner along with a finger spinner. For the moment, only the wrist spinner have found some turn, not Asalanka or neither Vellalagi. Theekshana was bowling much more carom deliveries, so probably there'll be a time, like the last game, in the middle overs, the things will start happening for the finger spinners. A rare misfield by Sri Lanka. Vanidhu Hasaranga, the culprit in gifting away their single. 20 overs gone, 115 to 3.
मौजूद अक्टूबर आशु 14 साल के बाद आजाद होकर घर आया।
आशु था, लेकिन हमारे गैंग में नहीं था, सिर्फ गैंग का जोकर था।
तुम्हें गुस्सा नहीं आया?
नहीं, मैच मेरे को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाने के लिए करता था ना, ये बोलता था ना हमेशा, मैच से फियर, नो नीड टू फियर।
आशु जितना मासूम है, उतना खतरनाक भी है।
मैं जेल में था तब वो वापस कॉलेज ज्वाइन किया।
वापस मतलब?
असल में राक्षस है वो, सबके लिए खोपड़ी।
115 for 3. Bangladesh in a strong position. They need to be careful just at the moment that they don't lose their way. Run rate just around 5.5. You could say foundation well set, but the problem is they lost the batsman who was controlling matters out there for them. Amir Sohail, good evening.
Yeah, ever since introduction of these 2 spinners, they have given the control of the game to the captain. They have dried up the boundaries, picked up important wicket. He's the next man in, getting a gig in this game. Shamim Patwari.
Got a slip in place. You know, Hasaranga picked up 4 wickets and he was instrumental in bowling most of the overs during that collapse. Are the batters just showing way too much respect here? They're playing him as though he's throwing hand grenades at them. That's the way. That's more like it. Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Down on one knee, first boundary in 7 overs.
They're not quite getting used to his action and also the speed. But this time around, risk was taken and Mehdi Hasan Miraj got rewarded for it. I think they have struggled to pick him up. Hasaranga. And the pressure he created in the last game by picking up heaps of wickets, they've been extra cautious against him.
Why I say that, I bring up that point. Have you seen the ball turn a square? His angles have been good. Yes, we know he bowls, or he likes to bowl more wrong ends than leg breaks. He's got a very good one at that.
You're absolutely right. He hasn't turned the ball square, but in my opinion, they've been playing for the leg spinners. And he's been consistently bowling those wrong ons and the flippers, and they played the wrong line. But in this game, this afternoon, they're playing the balls bending back rather than playing for the turn. And that's why he hasn't met that success, which was evident in the previous game. 122 for 3.
It's soft.
तेरे साकरिया बाजार के लिए, हमारे जिम खाने के लिए, अगर जान भी लगानी पड़ जाए तो भी तुम लड़ोगे, है ना? अपना ग्रैंड शो बस अभी शुरू होने वाला है.
6 bowlers used. Lots of slow balls from Asita Fernando in that spell. Tamira easily the quickest. Good to see him back. He's back into the attack, in fact. For his second spell, 3 overs for 17. Chamira was a little wayward. All was going through nicely. Didn't play the first game. Brought in for Ishan Malinga. Yeah, protection square to the wicket. You'd expect that with Chamira and his extra pace. Deep square leg, fine leg, sweeper on the cover boundary, third man. Ridoy is a dangerous little player. A very small packet indeed with strong wrists. If he gets in, he's got the ability to really accelerate. But right now, maybe till about the 30th, they need to accumulate. Doesn't matter if that rate drops down to 5.15. These two need to wear Sri Lanka down a bit.
Yeah, the top order batters, they need to play the full court of overs. That will create chances for Bangladesh to score big in this game. It's an important game for them in this ODI series.
Thought that was tight. His Medias Miraj had gone well across his stumps. 5 losses on the trot for Bangladesh, so they'd like to clip that too. Now there's no Litton Das today. His poor form has resulted in him being dropped. Dakhar Aliani, he can hit a ball. He did really well the previous day as well. But with 30 overs to go, that's way too many overs. You won't get the best out of him. That's where Shamim. Lovely shot on the top of the bounce. This is how good this pitch is. Shamim Hossain Patwari will have a role to play. He's an all-rounder brought in for this game.
That was positive, very positive from Bangladeshi captain. Using the pace with efficiency on that occasion. Got the placement too. Seemed like he over-tried things, Chamira, on his comeback game.
Over delivery. Yep, he picked it. Can boast to his partner. Got to agree, he did pick it. steamy day. Look at Ridoy's t-shirt just sticking to his body. Some players, well, if they are large, they tend to wear small. But this is not one of those cases. It's just the sweat pouring down. You've got to make sure you're well hydrated. That can stand out there, not get cramps. A lot of Bangladeshi players got cramps while fielding. Fast bowlers struggle towards the last 10 overs. That's Apish. That's Apish. He's thrown it away. Chamira strikes. It's the captain. He's got to go. Pathum Nissanka takes it comfortably in the deep.
He tried a few bounces in his first spell to surprise the batter, but they were too short. Went over the head of wicketkeeper and also the batter. But this time around, it reared up just enough to find that thick outside edge, and the job completed at deep square leg. That was the wicket he was looking for, Chamira, and the captain. That's why he was brought back into the attack. Captain departs for 9 runs. It's 126 for 4.
भारत के भूतपूर्व प्रधानमंत्री श्री राजीव गांधी जी की हत्या की गई है।
ये एक एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी असाइनमेंट। महात्मा गांधी और इंदिरा गांधी के असैसिनेशन जैसे दिखता है, लेकिन है नहीं।
खजाना हाथ लगाया सर। मैंने बॉम्बर आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया।
Suspects inside.
मौजूद अक्टूबर आशु 14 साल के बाद आजाद होकर घर आया।
आशु था, लेकिन हमारे गैंग में नहीं था वो। सिर्फ गैंग का जोकर था।
आशु जितना मासूम है उतना खतरनाक भी है।
मैं जेल में था तब वो वापस कॉलेज आन के।
वापस मतलब?
असल में राक्षस है वो, सबके लिए खोपड़ी।
Shamim Hossain Patwari is the new batter. 5th innings for him. Well, still to make a mark. Got plenty of overs in front of him. Net 6. That's a massive role to play. They've held back Jakar Ali Anik.
Yeah. Shamim Hossain Patwari in the Bangladeshi side, and Shamim Chaudhary in the commentary panel.
Around the wicket, Chamira, they got to slip in. Sri Lanka searching. They know another blow here can really help restrict Bangladesh. Good fielding. Avishka Fernando, the substitute. He's off the mark, Patwari.
Yeah, well-directed bouncer. Now, when you're looking to pull the ball, you have to meet the ball at the arm length. Wasn't the case. Batsman got cramped. Hence, a very good result for Chamira on his comeback. He was looking for a wicket.
Poor option, though. And look at the field. You know what Chamira can do. And you just play right into his hands. No wicket for Chamira in that over. 127 for 4.
वन भूमि पर बिना इजाजत की बनी झोपड़ियों को पुलिस तोड़ने जा रही है।
हम लोगों को जमीन चाहिए।
Intelligence report have stated that the strike is supported by the Maoist groups.
बॉडी में से जो बुलेट हमें मिली इस राइफल से फायर हुई है। मेरी राइफल है। गुनहगार सिर्फ मैं नहीं हूँ सर।
Even though replaced by Patwari, Jakar Ali Anik will be the man with the gloves when they come out onto the field. Round the wicket, Hasaranga, his preferred angle to the left-handers. Got that slip in place. Nicely played. No shorted off left-handers in the Bangladesh lineup.
There was one time when there was no shortage of left-handers in the Sri Lankan side. There were plenty.
The good ones, yeah.
You had to say that. You had to say that. Cheeky Russell. Hasaranga started ball quicker, and that is helping the cause of the batter. Plenty of time for Tauheed Ridoy to decide where that ball should go. Into the gap. And a boundary.
Still waiting to see the best of Ridoy. So much talent. Inconsistent, and he doesn't shy away from taking risks. That's why he tends to throw his wicket away. Last 18 innings, 11 times dismissed under 20. When he gets past that, plays himself in. Keep on. Very good crowd in here. Sri Lanka haven't played it much cricket at home, no, not too much in front either. Quite a bit of excitement, everyone here. Everyone's feeling hot.
Yeah, very hot. A race out there in the middle.
What all called? They all love the sport. Oh, real good from Hasaranga. 134 for 4.
दीपर चंदन की हत्या के बाद यहाँ पर और भी हत्याएं हो रही है और केरला अब सीरियल किलर की चपेट में आ गया है।
कौन है ये लड़का? साहब ये वही आदमी है जिसने मंदिर के तालाब में मांस डाल के लोगों को भड़काया था।
वो यही था।
Luke is back.
जो पूरे शहर में आतंक फैला रहा है। सरकार ने सीरियल किलर को पकड़वाने वाले के लिए 10 लाख रुपए की घोषणा की है, जिंदा हो या मुर्दा।
Sri Lanka able to pick up wickets. That's just holding Bangladesh back. Second spell, second over. Shmanta Chamira. Oh, he looks organized and solid.
Yeah, right from the very start of his innings, looked very confident, decisive with his footwork. Fancy playing off the back of though.
Last ball of last over, Hasaranga stuck out his paw. It was hit hard, but now was that a chance? Well, spectacular short one. Dushmanta Chamira in the previous over against Miraj. The slower one and then the short one, well directed, making him drag it from outside off stump. Use the surprise bouncer to great effect. That's what he can do with that extra pace.
Yeah, you realize that Mehdi Hasan Miraj is shuffling towards the off stump to work the ball on the onside. Use that bouncer with effect. That's good running. Very good running from Shamim.
When batters tend to score lots of runs here at the R. Premadasa Stadium, where big playing area, always see them do this really well. So that way there's not much risk in your game. Just using the pace, using the gaps, you run the opposition ragged.
And for that, you need to be ultra fit in this heat and humidity.
The pitch is slow, or if there's pace or bounce, it really doesn't matter. Maneuvering the ball is the key. Energy sapping conditions, yes. Constantly keep hydrating yourself. Halfway point coming up, Amir. What would the Bangladesh camp be thinking? How shall we do this? Where do we need to be? Where do we want to be?
Well, 244 was good enough for Sri Lanka in the previous game. But they got lucky. I think bars go here on a pitch like this, at least 280. Oh, what a bouncer. What a bouncer. Bowled with searing pace, and it reared up.
Good angle, good cricket all around. I thought even Shamim avoided that, because look at the angle, it just keeps following him.
See, that's what the authorities have to realize. Yes, crowd, they love sixes and fours. But if you could listen to the crowd with that bouncer and the reaction of the crowd, they love it too. But they have to bring a balance in the contest between bat and ball.
It was a freakish collapse that allowed Sri Lanka to win. We were thinking Bangladesh will get there easily when they were 100 for 1. Very good in the deep. That was quick. Across the grass, keeps it down to 1. Sadir Samaravikrama the sub. 137 for 4.
It's when you go, that's when people will realize how big a player he was. I feel sad that he's gone, the way he's gone, you know. I think it could have been handled better, or there should have been more communication. If I had anything to do with it, I would have made him captain straight away after Australia.
At this rate, 274, I think Bangladesh will take that. And that's where this particular moment, this partnership, can be the difference between 230, 275 or even 300. Kamindo Mendis. Oh, it's taken him on. That's a brilliant hit. That is playing your options to perfection. Mid-off. Correction, mid-on in the circle. You take him on straight away.
And that must have challenged the ego of the batsman. Are you kidding me? Placing a mid-on in the circle. I'm going to take the aerial route and put pressure on the bowler who's just been introduced into the attack. He's been greeted with a 6.
Oh, that's a great shot in every sense. Kamindo Mendis, the new bowler, he's the 7th one introduced. He'll bowl right arm off break to the left-hander, left arm orthodox to the right-hander. Now he's come in here to get through some overs. If you don't allow him to bowl at this stage, you're putting Sri Lanka under pressure to rotate his bowlers, go outside his plan somewhat. The field for the other matter, mid-on in the circle, you take him on. It's a brilliant option from every angle. Now he's got to make sure he keeps rotating the strike. Not play too many dots just like that.
Yeah, why not go with your premier fast bowler, Asitha? Why Kamindo Mendis? No, Zakir Ali, yes, he scored a 50 in the previous outing, but he was not convincing. So a wicket here might shut the doors for Bangladesh in this series.
Managing energies maybe. Hard work to run in, so keep as fresh as possible. Kamindu Mendy's got 3 wickets. Oh, drops his arm. He's gone left arm to the right-hander as we expected.
So you're trying to tell me he's been bowled because of that compulsion? He picked up few wickets in the previous game?
Well, with the number of options Sri Lanka have, wouldn't have been the option I would have gone to. But maybe that's playing a part in the captain's mind. 3 wickets. Whether it's full toss, short ball, you tend to forget. But 3 wickets is what you'll remember.
Or he's already worrying about the last half of this innings. It's 146 for 4.
नमस्कार। एक अत्यंत दुखद सूचना, भारत के भूतपूर्व प्रधानमंत्री श्री राजीव गांधी जी की हत्या की गई है।
अभी तक किसी भी आदमी या ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने सामने आके रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं ली।
वायर्स के एंड में क्लॉथ फाइबर मिला, सुसाइड बॉम्बर। और एक आदमी था सर जो इनके साथ खड़ा था।
हम इसे कैनेडी असैसिनेशन की तरह नहीं बनने देंगे।
Every second is important.
Suspects in sight.
The Imon Shanto partnership was very good for Bangladesh. Then the wickets. Now Shamim and Hridoy have put on 20 almost at a runner ball. You were crying out for Fernando, Amir.
Because the drums are beaten in the ground. So you got to have a Fernando.
So he's replacing the other fast bowler, Shamira, who bowled 2 overs. You were calling more for the other end, isn't it? Not Kamindu. Because when you look at the options, the game is not at a situation where you need to mix and match. You got your attacking options and plenty of them. Asita Fernando, who's in now. Tikshana has 6 more. Asalanka, well, he's made up 3 overs for you. Velalage, Hasaranga, 5 each. He can go any which way he wants in terms of bringing in his attacking weapons. Kamindu, and because of that clever bit of play from Shamim, that's ended up being a very expensive over. Relying on those slower balls is Fernando. Seven overs more, and the new playing conditions kick in. Asita Fernando's got a ball in his hand. There's another ball used at the other end. The fielding team, well, they'll decide which ball they want to bowl the last 16 overs with. What that would do is probably the ball gets a little softer, and the older it gets, the chance of a bit of reverse swing towards the end of the innings.
But your main weapon is Hasaranga. So you have to confer with him. Which ball should they be using in the last half of the game?
I think a nice cool towel around the neck. Not a bad idea.
Steady, very steady. Asita in this over is radiating but with control.
Pial Vejetunga, spin bowling coach, didn't look too happy. Trying to convey some instructions. He bowled beautifully on debut. But he'll like a little bit more runs, at least another 120. Tanveer Islam.
Now, there was a bit of wobble in the air as the ball started to reverse. Have a look, Russell.
Oh. But he's bowled a nude ball. You look at his fingers, he's just bowled a knuckle delivery which gives no pace. It's very hard for the batsman to pick if it's a slower delivery. Bowled 9 of them, that's like 30-40% of them. Probably that's a little bit of wobble that he's got with it. 27 bowled, 148 for 4.